Good evening and welcome to the latest event in our political page turner series, hosted by the Georgetown Institute of Politics and Public Service.
I think it's something happened in the last 20 years where people seem to think that mentorship has to be some sort of formal relationship. And
Yeah.
they need to have the mentor and they need to meet once a month and they need to have and then they will have the career success that they want. And I'm all for companies or organizations having a formal mentoring program. I think that's great. But I think what I try to say in the book is that role models and mentors can come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. So that part of the book, I also talk about managing up. Mentoring up is another way. Like, what's the best place to ask somebody? If it's a really busy woman and she's trying to get towards a kid's soccer game, you might say, would you mind if I walked with you to your car this afternoon? And use that time really wisely. That's why we started Minute Mentoring, because a lot of these questions can be answered pretty quickly. And I'm not against a longer meeting, but I just think efficiency of people's time and respect for that is really good.
I just have to add to that and say, I actually see so much risk aversion and unwillingness to take any sort of zig and zag with really ambitious young people. It's like they feel like there has to be a plan laid out that they can follow. And I think the most interesting careers, the most interesting people, that's just how it went. I mean, very few people wake up, want to be a press secretary and take every step they can to get there.
The only person that can deal with my schedule and my work-life balance problem is me. And that's what I write about in the book, is that you have to take responsibility for it. There has to be some discipline. And I'm going to have to say no to some things. The way to think about your work-life balance might not be week to week, but over the course of your life, over the course of your career, an active listener will do a few things. One, your boss will notice and they will appreciate it. Your colleagues will notice and they will respect you more. The listening will help you get the job you want, the promotion that you want, or the respect that you want in the office. But it also can then help you be a better leader, because it makes sure that you're allowing other people to communicate. And I think that women and men need to remember that there's a difference between being liked and being respected. And it's just, all of us want to be liked. That's human. It's what they say in Washington, get a dog. Or as Krauthammer said, get two in case the first one turns on you. But that's what I think, that there's just a difference between being liked and being respected. And if you can find that line, and hopefully you'll also be liked, but being respected is first and foremost the most important thing. What I want young people to know is that, in my opinion, if you are not on social media or you do less social media than others, it will not hurt your career. In fact, it might help. I guarantee that you are doing everything that you need to do right now to set yourself up for success. It is hard to be patient, but you have an exceedingly bright future. And I'm actually very excited for what your generation is going to do. And we need you. We need all of your creativity and your passion and your ideas. At the end of your day and at the end of your career, you want to be able to look yourself in the mirror and like what you see. You know if you are not being full of integrity or grace or dignity, like, you know it in your gut, and that's a terrible, terrible feeling. So if you can find ways to suppress those moments and to live with more integrity, that's the professional achievement.